Shocking new video surfaces of Nancy Pelosi. She must resign immediately for the good of the country. Nancy Pelosi is having a tough year. Hillary lost, which wasn't entirely a shock to DC insiders who knew the race was close and knew America loathed Hillary. But no one really saw what Hillary did to the rest of the Democrat ticket coming. Every Dem thought at the very least they would take back the Senate. Russ Feingold was leading by double digits late in his Wisconsin Senate race, but as the race tightened Hillary's arrogance, she refused pleas for help from Feingold and watched him sink in the polls, thinking it wouldn't affect her. But the reason Russ was sinking was because of Hillary, and she couldn't bother to even show up in Wisconsin and put up a fight. So the real shocker was not that Hillary lost, but that the Dems didn't take the Senate. And that is Hillary's true tragedy. She not only lost the White House, but she gave the GOP the Senate. If I was a Democrat, I would never forgive her, and Pelosi knew how disastrous that would be. The Democrats have no power as long as the GOP stays together. They will have none. The best she can hope for is to divide and delay. It won't work. But she went out on the podium yesterday to try and was all set to bash Trump's tax plan. But it backfired horribly in the most humiliating way possible. And that is saying a lot for Nancy Pelosi. She either was drunk, unprepared, or has some health issues she is hiding from the public because she did not look good. Forgetting what time of day it was, mumbling, forgetting names, botching easy words, and butchering complex ones. It was a performance that normally would start calls for her to step down, and should. If she is not of sound mind, she must do so for the good of the country. According to the American Mirror, this was the most embarrassing of her moments. Why would they take away this extraordinary medical deduction, well, I'm going to let you hear it. She tried to say tax advantage to, as she looked hopelessly lost at the gasping reporters as if to say, "Where am I?" before mumbling something about jobs. It's time, Nancy, for the good of the country to step down. Share if you agree. Let's take a quick listen.
Here we are. It's still morning, can't. Good morning, everyone. Includes tax incentives for corporations' buffet of tax giveaways. They're just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the suffering under the GOP bill. There has an adult son, Andrew, with microcephaly, who relies on Medicaid, and Michael Smith, Nabisco workers. And hearing from our special guest today, we'll lead off with Suzanne Flashman. Thank you, Susan, and you've answered the question, why? Why would they take away this extraordinary medical deduction for extraordinary medical expenses permanently, and at the same time a tax advantage to create jobs overseas? I thank you. I thank Susan Flashman.
So it was no Susan, I think. Because they put a question mark, who's Susan?
Michael Smith, Nabisco workers. And hearing from our special guest today, we'll lead off with Suzanne Flashman. Thank you, Susan, and you've answered the question, why? Why would they take away this extraordinary medical deduction for extraordinary medical expenses permanently, and at the same time a tax advantage to create jobs overseas? I thank you. I thank Susan Flashman.
So there was no Susan. She messed up all the words. Oh my, this is bad. This is bad. She should step down. It's time. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.